Welcome to Ridge Life. I'm Tim, and today on Ramblings, how things have changed. Last time you see me on Ramblings, me and Jen were sitting right there in front of the camper and the RidgeCrib, and I was in shorts. I'm not in shorts today, guys. It's gonna get cold. Oh my goodness, it's in the 40s right now. It was in the high 30s, low 40s this morning when I went to work. Rained all night, rained all day, but that's not the worst of it. It is going to be, I believe, 27 degrees tonight, 25 degrees tomorrow night, and then 27 again. It's going to get above freezing in the daytime, luckily, because as you know, I live in a camper on a ridge. Not in a van down by the river. I moved in this camper, late winter last year, or this year, sorry, this year. So I saw freezing temps, but I haven't had a whole winter in the RidgeCrib. I did see freezing temps, you know, I disconnected the water, drained the lines and all that. But guys, I gotta go through winter like that this time. And so 3 nights in the 20s, and man, we got a lot of planes flying over. I had a plane flying over last night, and you guys recognize the plane, and you also recognize the neighbors target practicing. We do have a county airport that's that way, and we get these are little Cessnas, you know, private planes and stuff. So occasionally we'll get them over, not enough to be a nuisance, you know. But of course, when I'm going to film, it's all right. But the neighbors shooting, man, I love living in the country. That's one of the reasons I moved to the country, right? Is to be able to take my pew-pews and hone my skills. And I encourage all my neighbors to get their pew-pews and hone their skills, especially when deer season's coming up. Because today is the first day of rifle season. You know, as I said, this last weekend was actually youth hunt. Bow season came and went. I didn't hunt once. Didn't hunt one time. Yeah, I know. But rifle season's upon us, and I've got to get my gear still ready. I got to get the tree stands locked down. I know I'm so far behind. Don't have a food plot. But you know, as you guys know, deer, you know, those type of hobbies haven't been priority. Living life, working the work schedule I've been working, taking care of the family, you know, going on family, you know, trips, and of course Jen, you know. So I've had a lot going on, trying to reprioritize. I'm still trying to get the situation in my head for the long-term plan. You know, I'm going to build the barn. When? After the dozer video, right? And then the barn dominium out on top of the ridge. I got plans for that. I've got to get in touch with a group to do the blueprints for me, you know, because I want to do as much as I can. But watching all you guys, you know, build, you know, your properties, the family, and all my other channels I watch on YouTube. I work full time. I work more than full time. Right? I work about 10 hours more than full-time every week. And that's why, you know, the dozer video has been so slow, because I want a quality video. That's why the barn progress has been so slow, because when I started, I want to do it right. And when I build the barn dominium, I want to do it right, because, you know, you get the foundation. I'm going to have somebody do the foundation, do the septic, do the well. But when it comes to a lot of the putting the sheeting and, you know, flooring and joint, you know, I want to do as much as I can. I don't want to be one of those people that contract every single part of it out, you know. I am by myself, you know. Yeah, I've got Grandma Carol and Jen, but Jen lives 90 miles away, and Grandma Carol, you know, has 5 dogs to take care of and one 53-year-old son. So I won't be asking, you know, them to be doing a lot of heavy lifting and, you know, stuff. So I got the tractor, I got Old Blue. Old Blue will do a lot of it. But I'm at the point now where, you know, as winter approaches, I've got to think what that plan for next spring looks like. Because the barn's going to be easy, you know. Once the barn gets going, it's just a pole barn, right? It's going to be fun. It's going to take a while. I'm not going to rush it. It's not something that has to be rushed, you know. Once you start doing the boards and you get the pole, the 6x6s up, and you get it framed out a little bit, you know, you just take time. But the barn dominium, you know, once you start putting that decking on, you know, like Gary knows, you know, the zip system only lasts so long, and the clock starts ticking when you put it down. So right now I got to think about getting through the winter. I do want to go deer hunting. We ate venison last night. You know, I cooked 2 top sirloins and a venison backstrap. That backstrap was this big, guys. And Jen said herself she preferred the backstrap to the steak. You know, I marinated them the same, I seasoned them the same, and she preferred the venison. That's the kind of girl I like, you know what I'm saying? She preferred venison. Yeah, it gets me going. And she was super excited about going deer hunting. That's all she talked about today. She was texting me last night, and today, or not last night, she was talking to me last night and then texted me today at work about, you know, excited to go deer hunting. I got to get them stands done. Now, this weekend, we're going to be celebrating her birthday. Her birthday is coming up next week, and we're going to be going over to Arkansas and celebrating her birthday with a lot of her friends and family over there, and it should be a good old time. Won't be the whole weekend, so you'll still get ramblings and work coming out here, guys. Hopefully you saw today's trail camera video. So there are bucks out there. Matter of fact, there are a lot of bucks out there. There aren't a lot of big bucks. Of course, the trail cameras from the summer, you know, the antlers are growing and the velvet's on them and everything, but I saw a couple nice bucks come through. But the ones that are living out there just seem to be the ones that were born here, and they're, you know, they're a couple, you know, less than a year old and stuff. So they got a lot of growing to do. But we have 300 and some odd acres adjoining to me on that side, and like 80 acres adjoining to me on that side. And a lot of big bucks come through during the rut. So here in about 3 weeks, just before Thanksgiving, them big bucks will start making their way over here to the ridge, and that's when I'm really going to be focusing on getting that deer. It's probably not this weekend. I'm going to try to get some afternoon hunts and stuff in. Of course, the time changing this weekend, so it's going to be dark as soon as I get home. But I live right on my hunting property, so I can go out there and sit for a half hour if I want to. And I got a tree stand right behind, you know, by the bees, right behind the cabin. So, you know, it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. But yeah, the next week leading up to Thanksgiving and all that, that's prime time here in West Tennessee. I can't believe that Jen wants to go hunting. Yeah, oh yeah. But as far as the winterizing, because it's 25 degrees, I've got to turn the water off at the frost-free spigot. I got a frost-free spigot over there from the cabin. That's where I tap off to get my water. Now it runs across a hose across the ground, and all that is going to freeze at 25 degrees. So I got to turn that off. And when you close a frost-free hydrant, all the water in the hydrant drains down if you have the lines disconnected. If you don't, they'll stay pressurized, and the water will stay trapped in there. I learned that the hard way at the old property. So got to disconnect the hoses, turn off the frost-free hydrant, let that drain. Then I got to disconnect the hose from the camper, let that drain. I got to drain the hot and cold water lines from the camper, turn off the hot water heater, open the spigots in the faucets in the camper, let the gravity do its thing. That's what you got to do when it gets down in the 20s and the teens, okay? If it's just going to get down, you know, 29, 30, 31, just for overnight for a few hours, I ain't worried about it. Keep the heat on the camper, turn the water off at night, right? Drain the hose, but then the next day I can just turn it back on. So tonight, when it's going to be 27, I'm probably just going to leave, turn the water off, disconnect it, leave the hot water going because it's got hot water in it, not use it, get up in the morning, turn the water back on, and then I'll be good when it's 27. I ain't too worried about it, unless it's windy. If it's super windy and the wind chill's bad, this camper is not insulated under, and the hoses, of course, is just hanging in the air, and that wind will freeze that water in the hose in a heartbeat. I mean, just instantly. But we had a great meal. You know, we harvested that honey. So let's see, what day is the honey video coming out? I think the honey video is coming out on, all right, so today is Monday, the trail cam video. Tomorrow is Tuesday. I got live stream here on RidgeLife, and I've also got a video coming out. Do I have a short, or what do I have? Oh, don't remember. I got something else coming out on another channel. And then Wednesday, I do believe I have Oh, the solar generator. They got the built-in solar panel. I got that coming out. I think that's Wednesday. Thursday, I think, is the honey. Yes, I think Thursday is the honey. And then I've got, so I got content. I got guys, like, Tim actually got videos coming out. Yeah, I got, as a matter of fact, the T-post clip I did, it was just, I said, you know what, I need to make a short off some of my videos, especially my how-to videos, and I brought them over to the how-to channel from the RidgeLife channel. I made a short out of how to do the T-post clip and, vertical format, 60 seconds or less. And that short, it's got like 30,000 subscribers, or 30,000 views now, just in a day and a half. I was like, yeah, baby, come on with it. But I also got another video coming out. It's just a quick how-to on reviews and how-tos, is Mike filleting that trout. I cut that out of my trout video, the family fishing, fellas fishing trip, and I got just a how-to fillet of fish, and he did a real good job explaining it. And I'm also going to do a separate YouTube short on that, in the vertical format. You don't get as much, and it's 1 minute, so I got like a 2.5 minute video on reviews and how-tos, then I'll put a short out on that same channel. So lots of fun things going on, man. Just gotta make it through this cold. I know it's only beginning of, it's not even Halloween yet, but it's gonna be all right. And some of you are worried, if it gets really cold down in the single digits for days and days, never gets above freezing, I can go over to Grandma Carol's if I have to. Winterize the camper if I have to. I don't plan on doing that this winter. I didn't have to do it, when I came in at the end of last winter, and didn't have to do that. Matter of fact, guys, I've only slept in Grandma Carol's cabin since we built it a couple years ago, one time. I don't care what David from Come On Homesteading says. I've only slept in Grandma Carol's cabin one night. One night, ever. Otherwise, it's been down here in the cabin on the ridge, or the camper on the ridge. The van down by the river. Man, we got a beautiful sunset going over there. Fire pit was nice last night. The weather, it was started turning nippy last night. We had that fire pit after we ate our venison. The fire pit was nice. Came in, watched a movie with Jin. Got up early this morning, went to work. And Jin's doing fine. Thank y'all. Y'all make her feel so good. On the comments you had on yesterday's rambling, y'all just made her feel so good. And I appreciate that. And one thing I'd mentioned last Friday, that she may stay over there and go out with her friends for Halloween. That she didn't say that. That wasn't her. She actually came here. She chose to come here. She said, Tim, I chose to come with you. I don't know if I made it sound like she was going to choose and go, hang out. Sorry, that is not what I meant. But again, we're both adults, and if she chooses to do that, and I chose to, what I meant was, I went on the family fellas fishing trip, and if she wants to go out with her friends on a Friday or Saturday night, we're adults, Timifer is together, but individually we're also Tim and Jennifer, so, which is perfectly fine. We're both adults. So just want to make sure everybody knew that. I was not trying to say she was ditching me for her friends from now on. That's definitely not what I meant. Because she definitely puts me way higher than I deserve. I know that's for sure. She treats me very, very well, guys. Very, very well. And I think you can tell how happy I am. She treats me very, very well. So guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Gonna go watch David from Come On Homesteading live here in just a little bit. I'll try to get this up to you here. It'll probably pop up on your thing while you're watching Dave. So watch Dave, finish watching, and then watch this later on. So gonna let you go. So until next time, cross your fingers. I make it through the freeze the next few days. It's the beginning of winter. I'm not even there yet. Oh my gosh. So until next time, I hope everyone has a blessed day. Keep rambling and go RidgeLife.